Welcome students. Today we going chapter 2 polynomials. Polynomials means poly plus nomials. Poly means there is the many. Nomials means numbers. So simple definition polynomials many numbers. Start period 1. Point number 1, geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomials. Geometrical meanings of the zeros of the polynomials. Start. Polynomials chapter 2. Point number 1. Geometrical meaning of the zeros of the polynomials. Zeros means any curve, polynomial curve, intersected with the x-axis point is called zeros of the polynomials. Basic simple definition. You know that a real number k is a zero of the polynomial px. If pk equal to 0, but why are the zeros of a polynomial are so important? To answer this, first we will see the geometrical presentations of linear and quadratic polynomials and the geometrical meaning of their zeros. So let's start. First drawing. In given first drawing, just look at that curve intersect with the x-axis at 2 points A and A dash. So these 2 points are represent zeros of given polynomial graph. So that's why here number of zeros are 2. Yes, students, it is a 2 zeros. Same as next drawing. Look at that in second drawing. This graph is also intersect with x-axis. 2 points A and A dash. That's why my answer is 2 zeros. I again repeat, intersect with x-axis, not the y-axis. Look at that in second figure. Graph intersect with y-axis also, but we not counted y-axis. Only x-axis point is counted. One more. Given polynomial graph, look here, intersect with x-axis only one point A. So zeros of this polynomial is 1. I again repeat student, graph must be intersect with x-axis, not the y-axis. So only you counted x intersection points. One more example. Look at that. This figure number 2. Parabolic curve. They not intersect any point of the x-axis. So here no zeros. You not counted intersection with the y-axis, huh? Only and only with the x-axis. One more. Figure number 3. Here parabolic curve intersect with x-axis only one point A. That's why this also 1 zeros. Here also I counted intersection point with the x-axis. And fourth figure, this also parabolic curve, but this graph not intersection with the x-axis. That's why here answer is becomes no zeros. Now let's start exercise. Examples 1, sorry, not exercise. Example 1, there are 3 figures. See in the first figure, given polynomial curve intersect x-axis at only one point. So my answer is 1 0. Similarly, in second figure, polynomial curve intersect with x-axis in 2 points. That's why here 2 zeros. And third figure, obviously the intersection x-axis at the 3 points. So my answer is 3 zeros. So this three figure, example number 1. Example 1 continue. One more three figures. See figure number 4. This line intersect with x-axis at only one point. That's why my answer is 1 0. In figure number 5, parabolic curve intersect with x-axis in only one point. That's why here answer is 1 0. And in last figure, given polynomials graph intersect with x-axis in 1, 2, 3 and 4 distinct points. That's why answer is 4 zeros. Now continue. Exercise 2.1. Given question 1, y is equal to px, any polynomials curve, define their number of the zeros in the each cases. So look at that, there are three figures students. In first figure, given line intersect in x-axis. No, given lines is not intersect with x-axis. So students, this indicate only y-axis points. We calculate only for x-axis related. So my answer is no zeros. Yes students, graph must be intersect with x-axis, then they indicate zeros. In second figure, given graph intersect with the x-axis in only one points, so my answer is a 1 0. And in the third figure, given graph in the 3 points indicate, so my answer is a 3 zeros. Similarly, one more, there are the three figures in exercise 2.1. In question number 4, see the figure number 4, given parabolic graph intersect with the x-axis, there are 2 points, therefore my answer is a 2 zeros. Yes students, there are two zeros. And in the next figure, figure number 5, given curve intersect with the x-axis only 1 and 2 left side and 1 and 2 the right side, means total there are 4 points. So my answer is a 4 zeros. You not counted students here, intersection with the y-axis, only and only intersection with the x-axis. And the last figure, the total there are three zeros because they indicate only and only 3 points of the intersections. Now one more examples for related to zero. This is an extra question, not your textbook question, but extra questions for the basic concept understanding for the polynomials. Only asking the degree, coefficients and values of x equal to 1. And there are three questions. I explain all three are the combined. So in the first one, see powerity 1. So degree 1, therefore type is 1. I mean linear types. And value putting p equal to 1. So 7 ones are 7 plus 14. They get 21. So your first answer, type linear, degree 1, therefore type is linear, and value putting 1, they get 21. Similarly, in second question, what is the highest degree? Highest degree is 2, so my degree is 2, and type is a binomial. Binomial, other word is also you write down, it is a quadratic. And value putting p equal to 1 is same according to question. Calculate 3 plus 7 plus 4 is equal to 14. And in third question, look at that, highest powerity is your degree. What is highest powerity in the third question? Yes, it is the 3. So my answer is a cubic, either trinomial. And after that value putting, p of 1 is equal to 4 1 plus 3 1 plus 2 1 and last one, they get answer is only 10. One more example in this pattern. 2.1. Identify the following given polynomial on their basis only you just type. So in the first question, see highest power it is 2. So degree is 2. So definitely my type is binomial, either in other word it is a quadratic. In second question, highest powerity it is a 3. So my degree is 3 and type is a cubic. In third question, highest powerity is my degree and highest powerity here given 2. So my type is a binomial. And in third question, only x raised to 3 printing. So degree is 3. So my answer is a type, it is cubic. This is for basic concept for degree wise coefficients value. Okay, now let's next one continue. One more extra examples. Obtain the degree of the given polynomial. Students, degree means nothing, highest power of the given polynomials. That call only and only degree. So see in the first question, what is the highest power? It is highest power is 4. So my degree is 4. In second question, highest power is 3. So my degree is 3. In third question, highest power, x raised to highest power. Students, I only asking for x raised to highest power. Here x raised to highest power is 1. So degree is 1. And in the fourth question, highest power of the x, it is 2. So my degree is 2. So students, this only for example, degree related your given polynomials. One more example I just explain you. Find the coefficients of the underlying terms. This is all question for MCQ related. In the MCQ type questions asking in exam, only 1 mark. So in the question 3, see the first one, coefficients of the underlying terms. So first underlying term 10 x cube. So x cube coefficients, it means nothing. X cube related multiply number is called your coefficients. So my answer is a coefficient of the underlying terms, first one, it is 10. Same as look at that in second one, minus 5 x raised to 5. So x raised to 5 is your underlying term and that multiplication value is a minus 5. Same as in third one, x value underlying terms in the related multiplication number is minus 125. So my third answer is minus 125. And fourth one, similarly the minus 1. So this concept only for the coefficients, and in above second question, concept for the only and only degree. Now next move ahead. Obtain the values of the given polynomials for the particular given values of x. Students, this question is also extra questions not given in your textbook. So, fourth question, the first one. P of x given 2x cube, 3x square, 7x plus 9, and only asking value for x equal to 0 and x equal to 1. So, let's start. I only putting x equal to 0. So, definitely 0 putting, you get the value is 9. In place of x, every place you just putting 0 value. Final answer 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 9. So P0 equal to 9. Students, this indicate only for it is your remainder. I think you know that last year 9th standard studying. Similarly, if you putting x equal to 1, in place of every x equal to 1, you get it the answer 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 9. Yes, definitely. P of 1 equal to 21. This answer is also indicate students it is a remainder. Next, second one, P of x, 3x square, 10x plus 7, and value asking x equal to minus 3 and 1. So definitely students, I putting x equal to minus 3 here in place of x and further calculate. I get the answer P of minus 3 is equal to 4. Same as if I taking x equal to 1 in given questions and putting the values 3 1 square plus 10 into 1 plus 7. Yes, you get the answer 3 plus 10 plus 7. P of 1 equal to 20. Yes, students, P of 1 equal to 20 and P of minus 3 equal to 4. Both of the your answer is called remainder. Remainder means it is a long division process. If I calculate, then also they indicate the remainder. Don't worry, further in calculations, long division I explain you in the next exercise. Question third, x square minus 2x plus 5 and value asking minus 1 and 5. So first I putting minus 1 in place of x and second of the I putting 5 in place of x. So if I minus 1 putting, then minus 1 square, next 2 into minus 1 and 5, further calculation it get the 8 answer. And same as if I 5 putting, then 25 minus 10 plus 5, you know that my answer is a 20. Very easy. Here also there are the both of the remainder. Students, mind well, P of minus 1 equal to 8 is remainder and P of 5 equal to 20 is also our remainder answer. Next one more. Question number 4. 2x raised to 4 minus 3x cube plus 7x plus 5 and asking the values for particular value x equal to minus 2 and plus 2. One more same as I putting. If you minus 2 putting in place of x and further calculate, you get the answer 47. And students, same as you calculate itself, x equal to 2 in place of x apply, definitely you get the answer is 27. So these all four questions only for concept for how can I find out remainder. Okay, next move ahead. Question number 5. Examine the validity of the given statement. Validity means I just check out given statement is true or false. So students, let's start question number 5, our validity. Given x plus 1 is a factor of given px. So whenever you factor, definitely I prove here my remainder is 0. So given terms x plus 1 equal to I taking 0. So x equal to minus 1. Apply same as in given px in place of x minus 1 and further calculate and check out your last remainder is 0 coming. Yes students, here p of minus 1 is 0 coming. And whenever your remainder is 0, sure it is a factor indicate. So that's why I last declare x plus 1 is a factor of given px and my statement is true. Next one more. X plus 2 is a factor of given px. So just here asking the factor, again I repeat you, my last polynomials factor if you proving, then last remainder is I check out 0 or not coming. So x plus 2 equal to 0 taking, definitely x equal to minus 2 and putting in your given px, whenever you x given, just apply you minus 2 and minus 2, further calculate and check out your answer is 0 coming. No, students, here not your 0 answer, your answer is minus 4. Hence, remainder is not 0 I indicate and x plus 2 is not a factor of given px. That's why my given statement is false. Students, this only I check out, is a statement true or false. So a factor I checking means nothing, I just check out remainder 0 or not. Next one more. Question number 3. X minus 1 is a factor of given px, one more time asking and check out it is true or false. So very easy. Here also I taking x minus 1 equal to 0 and factor given then x equal to 1 and apply in your given px value every place of x. I just apply x equal to 1 value and check out further calculations and last answer, yes definitely it is 0 coming. So I called here remainder is 0. So x minus 1 is a factor of px and my statement is true. Yes, students, here statement true because only and only my remainder is 0 and whenever you remainder 0, then x minus 1 become a factor of given polynomial px. Yes, move ahead next. Question number 4. X minus 3 is a factor of given px, just I checking. So here also same concept. I utilize x minus 3 equal to 0. So you get the x equal to 3 and apply in given px, x place value apply 3. And check out further answer is 9 minus 9, it is 0. So yes, it is 0 answer. So here also remainder 0. Therefore only and only I say x minus 3 is a factor of given px and my statement is true. These only students, it is a examine the validity questions. Question 5 continue up to fourth sum. Next move. Now prove that x minus 2 is a factor. Students, here not a examine. It means here not I checking true or false. Here given prove that. Prove that means definitely here remainder is 0 coming. Then my question is proved. So finally a value is x minus 2 is equal to I 0 taking. So x is equal to 2. Apply in your px and further calculate 8 minus 8. Definitely my answer is 0. So yes, answer is 0, remainder is 0. So my validity is true. So therefore I can say x minus 2 is a factor of given px. Prove here. Next one. Students, this all question is not indicate your textbook sum, only for basic concept for understanding our polynomials. Then after I start our textbook questions. So see in the question 6, find the zeros of the given linear polynomial 3x minus 6 and show it on a graph. Very easy. First of all, I define linear polynomials given 3x minus 6, find out zeros. That's why 3x minus 6 equal to 0 taking. Applied at 3x minus 6 equal to 0. Definitely you getting x is equal to 6 by 3 and 6 by 3 it is nothing, it is x equal to 2. So up to that x equal to 2, your first linear zeros is finished. Now I go to graphical solution. So graphical solution x and y is nothing, your 3x minus 6 and putting some extra any value of x. So I taking x equal to 2, 1 and 0 and putting in your given y 3x minus 6, you getting 2 putting then 0, 1 putting then minus 3 and 0 putting then minus. Now students, given table values, I plot on the graph. X-axis points 2 1 0 and y-axis corresponding values 0 minus 3 minus 6. You getting that type straight lines, and look at that, these straight lines 3x minus 6 definitely intersected x-axis at only one point. So this is my zeros. Already I calculate in the further calculation x equal to 2, that is my zeros. So only and only one zeros, x equal to 2. Next, move. Question 7. This is also not a textbook question, only for extra question. Given quadratic polynomials x square plus 5x plus 6 and show it on a graph. So first I calculate only for factorizations and define their zeros. So x square plus 5x plus 6, 3 2s are splitting and you get the x plus 3 and x plus 2. So px have two factors, x plus 3 and x plus 2. After that I taking px equal to 0 because I defined the zeros. Whenever you zeros define, you taking your px equal to 0, that is a definition. If you x plus 3 equal to 0 taking, x equal to minus 3, and if you x plus 2 equal to 0 taking, then x equal to minus 2. And these two both are our zeros. Up to that you getting 1 mark question. Okay? And further next 1 mark you getting the next after that graph. And this value plotting on the graph, if you minus 3 putting, y becomes 0 sure. If you minus 2 putting, y become again 0 sure. And if you y0 taking, x0 taking, then y equal to 6. Students, here you any value taking, not important, I taking, then it is a true. You taking any value. But definitely minus 3 and minus 2 already I known. That's why I putting direct and plot on the respectively graph. So sure, they getting a one of the parabolic curve, and this parabolic curve intersect that there are 2 points A and B. That's why here graph intersect x-axis at 2 points A and B. So my two zeros minus 3 and minus 2. Students, this graph already I explained in the starting. There are 2.1 our textbook question general graph solution, and this graph is also intersect parabolic curve in the 2 points. So my graph have two zeros indicate minus 3 and minus 2. Next. Yes, students, here congratulations. Our first period is over here. Chapter 2 have polynomials first class ended, and you know that know and believe that anything is possible. This is a short thought for you today, and further study in your period 2 I explain you. Thank you.